are now tuned in to my main man Dubs. If you want that garbage, go somewhere else. If you want that music that matters, he came to the right spot.
What up, kid?
Hey Dub, talk to him.
This is not for the weak-hearted. Ever since the beat started, the flow switched up from...
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Shane Mcguigan. Shane Mcguigan states that there was definitely something wrong in Wilder's camp. And he said that due to the fact of him putting on a stone in between fights. You know, this is the heaviest that Deontay Wilder's been. He looked okay against someone like Dominic Breazeale, but with the rematch with Tyson Fury, it did him no justice. And the strange thing about the excuses that Deontay Wilder used, if you were going to use those excuses, he had one. You know, he could have said, well, hey, I think I put on too much weight, and the weight that I put on, you know, it deterred me from my movement, you know, on top of everything else. But really, it was the weight that he put on that his body frame wasn't accustomed to. Anybody that has skinny legs, if your legs are skinny, that means your greatest attribute should be speed. Okay, like most track runners, they don't have big, bulky legs. They have skinny legs, you know, so they can move, you know. And that was one of the qualities of Deontay Wilder. He wasn't as fast. He was slow. He thought the power that was going to be added to that weight was going to be a factor. But it could have been a detractor. However, that should show you also, along with the weight gain, you know, I'm not even really sure if that was intentional or not, but I think that with the weight gain, if he was going to use the excuse like Shane Mcguigan said, he could have used that. That would have made more sense, and it would have. It would have made more sense like, look, I put on too much weight. I should have came in at 215, 220, you know, not 235, especially dealing with someone that can move like Fury. Okay, and what makes Fury so dangerous, he's like a big polar bear. He's like a guy that, regardless of his size, because he was 273, he outweighed, even with the weight increase of Wilder, he outweighed Wilder 40 pounds, over 40 pounds. Yeah, and he was still able to move like he's been moving. You know what I mean? Because that's just him. He's, you know, he's gifted in that area. He's a big freak. You know, he can move with that weight. And it was really better for him. And I think with the weight gain, it had nothing to do with the costume whatsoever. And if it did, let's just educate. Let's just entertain that. If it did have anything to do with the costume, you have to factor in the weight gain. You have to. You know what I mean? He might have thought it's the costume because maybe he's not that intelligent to understand I did put on weight and I did wear this costume on top of I didn't train like I supposed to because nobody makes me train. Yes, men. Yes, Deontay. Yes, Deontay. That's what he has. And that's probably what the end result is. He didn't train like he's supposed to on top of the things that he should have been conditioned for, like the weight gain, like the damn costume. He wasn't ready. He wasn't fit. And he thought one punch was going to knock him out. But that's okay. Andy Ruiz thought the same thing. He thought all I have to do is hit Anthony Joshua around the same area I hit him before, and this guy's going to go down. And neither of these guys do any of the sort. He hit Fury. It was like a jab hitting Fury. Fury took that punch, kept coming. I think he went with it, honestly, because he knew it was coming. He knew how Deontay Wilder throws. He's been in there with him 12 rounds already. So he knew. But the power doesn't work alone. The magic wasn't working that night, but it made a lot of sense. And I can understand him, Shane Mcguigan, thinking that were problems in the camp. But I think I go even further than that. I think there were always problems in Deontay Wilder's camp. It's just the problems in his camp were never addressed because nobody gave a shit. Because they were too busy telling Deontay Wilder everything is good, everything is fine, you're the champ. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Right? And that's what we have. So I do agree with Shane Mcguigan. I'll leave the link below and let you guys check out the video in its entirety. You guys tell me what you think about this particular comment from Shane Mcguigan. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.